I guess I'll start off. It had to be great to see that power surge. I guess that's
Uh,
something y'all been looking for.
that was very nice to get those extra base hits as well, and we hit a lot of balls very hard that were caught, not hits as well. So that was certainly nice.
Uh, how about Goose? I mean, she's so such a big, important part of this offense. How good is that to see that from her?
She was seeing the ball really well tonight, making adjustments to different pitchers. They brought in, I think, 4 pitchers, and that's not easy to do, to adjust from one to the other. And certainly thought she's in control every at bat. I was very confident in watching her demeanor and the way she was seeing pitches tonight. Sometimes she can get a little picky and expect one pitch in one location. Tonight, I think she widened her zone up a little bit and hit the pitch that was thrown, and certainly was disciplined enough not to chase.
Okay. What'd you think of Gia tonight?
Better. She is going to get better every game, and I thought that was some quality work for her, and against an offense that we know is very capable of hitting the ball hard. And I thought she kept them off balance. She gave a couple of hits and regained their composure and did what a quality, experienced pitcher should do. Got back in control of things.
Okay, Drake, why don't you go ahead?
Hey, Coach, a couple of slower starts offensively in the first 2 games, and now back home, you guys really picked it up, especially there late. What do you attribute that to, kind of getting hot offensively?
This is Drake. I can't. I'm sorry. I didn't know who else. First, let me say, awesome job tonight. It was a lot of comments in that regard. So thank you. So your question was, I'm sorry, say it again.
Something about offense. You guys did all right on offense tonight. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a little bit different type offense out of us, and intentionally we've gone a little bit not away from the short game. We still like it, but we wanted to move more into more of a power doubles, home runs type of hitting team, and I think we showed tonight we certainly are capable of being that type of team. Still have speed, but now we don't have to rely on still in second base after an infield single to get in scoring position. I think Krista told me we had 5 hits before we ever had a single. So that's pretty good, and it certainly gives you a lot of options to score runs whenever you end the at bat in scoring position.
And then kind of the same where John was going a bit, the circle tonight. You had 3 pitchers throw. They were all consistent. They looked good. Number 1, what can you speak to them? And then 2, does that lead to the offense exploding like they did?
All starts in the circle. We say that's the name of the game. You have to have good quality pitching. You can keep their offense down. And again, I still believe that's a very good offense, and they're going to show that later in the season. They have a couple of scary hitters, and you need the changeup to keep them off balance. This is one of those games where you're sad that you play 7 innings in softball instead of 9, because it would have been nice to get a little bit more work out of Marion and Sid. We wanted to see Gia find her rhythm, and it took a little while before we really felt like we saw enough pitches in her arm to justify pulling her, because we've got to get her going. But Marion looked great coming behind her against Arkansas. We wanted to make sure that we kept that rust knocked off, and then I thought Sid looked better tonight in that 1 inning than she even did against McNeese. She looked pretty good down there. So it's a process. You got to build your bullpen and have them ready, and that's why we used it.
I know you mentioned the kind of the offensive attack being a little bit different, but the long ball was there obviously tonight. Is that something you guys want to lean on, that you're comfortable leaning on?
Well, I'd like to long ball and doubles. We still have a good bit of speed in our lineup, maybe not blazing speed throughout it, but we've got doubles and even triple hitters. I told the girls one of the most important at bats of the whole game, and maybe the most, is that leadoff at bat. And traditionally we have a slapper in that role, but you can send a message. I think there's a lot of philosophers in baseball and softball that'll tell you can send a big message in that first at bat to the pitcher and create a lot of doubt if you hit a ball hard, even if it's foul. If you hit it hard and let off with that triple, and I'm sure that the pitcher was thinking, I don't know if my stuff's working tonight. They lead off with a triple, and then they knock her in with Kettler and get things rolling. There's a deficit as soon as you come out of the bullpen to start the game. So. Yeah, I'd love to piggyback on that, hit a few more home runs. Aaliyah Benford is one of the best hitters in the Big 12. She didn't have her best night. She hit a ball that went to the warning track, but she's certainly going to be valuable for us. Emily Hyde is we put her down in the 9-hole, and she turns the lineup over with a home run. So throughout this lineup, we're capable of hitting home runs and doubles. I think we could be pretty dangerous. I certainly don't want to get too high off of one win, but I do think this could be a dangerous lineup.
And then the lights, and I'm sure you've seen them before gameplay, but then to see those things go off after the home runs in an actual game, how about that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if we've ever played at a park that has lights like that. I don't think we have. So it's pretty nice to kind of start that trend. Baylor's has a history of setting the benchmark in these facilities here at Baylor. So, that's just another thing. You'll probably see a lot more programs in the future. Copycat Baylor, and that's good to be trendsetters.
Hey, Goose, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Gosh, nice power surge this morning. Was that something you've kind of been hoping for, looking for?
Oh, definitely. I think especially after the little bit of a slow start that I had last season, and then with COVID hitting, I was just ready to put my power numbers back up.
Okay. What have you done? Have you done anything with your swing? Have you tinkered with it at all, or?
I worked a little bit on just like a different transfer of weight over the off season, with just like a lot of reps and stuff like that. So it's nice to see it pay off for sure.
Are you hoping to, I don't know if it happened, are you hoping to get back to double figure homers? Is that kind of a goal for you, or?
It definitely is for sure. Just that and my doubles and stuff like that. Cause I know, getting my doubles numbers up, will only increase the chances of me hitting the ball further for a home run. So.
Okay. And how nice is that to, get a bunch of runs for Gia and the other pitchers?
It's so nice, especially being at home and just coming out with that kind of power display in our first home game was awesome.
Congratulations on the win. Well, how did it feel to get that homer?
It felt amazing because last year, since the season got short, I felt like I was cheated out of the home runs my freshman year. So it felt so good.
Can you kind of describe what happened, what kind of pitch you got?
I went up there just not putting any pressure on myself, just as calm as can be, and was just looking for a pitch I knew I could take far. And she threw just a screwball, I'm pretty sure, coming in, and I just went with it and watched it go over.
All right. I guess it had to be nice. The whole team kind of showed a power surge today. How nice was that to get that run support for the pitchers?
It was amazing. I felt like we dedicated the season for Lum, and so it just made me so happy and almost tearful knowing that we were doing exactly what he would want us to do, especially on our first home game. So it was amazing, and I'm sure the pitchers were more than grateful to have it too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Drake, you got anything?
Yeah, Emily, so first couple of games, slower offensive starts than tonight. It felt like the bats just really got going, 8 hits. What's the key to that for you guys getting hot in the batter's box?
I think we just had more practices under our belt because we came off of not having any practices throughout the whole week of that crazy winter storm. And so we were all a little anxious going in through last weekend. But coming today, we kind of had a chip on our shoulder and wanted to show what we could actually do.
And now 2 straight games where the circle was just solid across the board, no matter who was throwing. How much confidence do you guys have in the pitching staff, and what does that do to help the bats get going?
Oh, it's amazing. Our pitching staff is so deep, probably the deepest of any team I've ever played on, and each of them have such a different approach when they step in the circle, and it gives us confidence as batters knowing that we're going to have a pitcher that will have our back, and so we get to stay calm and go up there and just wait for our pitch and hit what we know we can.
And those lights, what about it?
I forgot about it when I hit my home run. And so for a second, I was kind of confused what was happening. But it's so awesome. I wish y'all could experience what it's like on the field. It's absolutely amazing.